What's going on, y'all? It is Kai Pizzle. It's been a minute, but it is draft week. And just like you guys, I am super excited about, um, getting some new players on my favorite team this week, right? Everybody, no matter what team you root for, every fan base in the league right now is excited. Even if you don't really have a high first round draft pick or even not even a first round draft pick at all, uh, you're still going to get a new player on your team somewhere in the draft, and there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of buzz, and there's a lot to potentially break down and talk about. And of course, after the draft, I will definitely give my thoughts and opinions about what the Giants did. I have some early ideas and some predictions that I'd like to make in the back half of this video. But before I do, there's a lot of people that's been reaching out asking me if I'm going to be streaming Thursday night for the first round of the draft, and the answer to that is no. I will not be streaming this year like I did last year. And I wanted to give a reason for that because I like being transparent with my subscribers, and I want to talk about the reason for not doing that. Uh, so obviously, if you know, last year we streamed for the draft and we had a viral moment with the Devonte Smith situation going down like it did, and we were able to get over 1 million views. Our content was able to get over 1 million views across all social media platforms. Ended up on Barstool Sports. Had friends who didn't even realize I had a YouTube page calling me and saying, "Hey, what's this all about? Is that you?" And yeah, just kind of having a funny experience with it. But there was a lot of comments out there of people who's never seen Pizzle and saw the channel and would make comments like, what's the deal with the sunglasses? That's a funny New York accent. The reality of the situation is what they were watching was actual real talent, here on YouTube. Um, Unfortunately, today's YouTube is filled with a bunch of people who don't have a lot of talent and are just constantly trying to put themselves over, get themselves over. And what I mean by that is they want you to desperately think their analysis is professional. They want you to think that they're a scout, GM, whatever. They're something other than just simply a fucking fan, right? And we've lost a lot of the fanhood of YouTube. We've lost a lot of that, and there's hardly any more characters here on this platform. Everyone feels the need to put their real name out there and act as if they are smarter than they actually are. The reality is to me, YouTube has always been about being entertaining, always about having fun, taking something that you love and painting a different picture with it. Right? And so um, having fun with something that you love to support. And so for me, um, I don't want to go viral. I know so many people on here thirst for that. My advice for them is to fucking get better. I don't know, like you can have all the subscribe. You can tell me how many subscribers you want, but the reality is you ain't going viral. You ain't fucking doing shit. You ain't, all you're doing is jacking people's money left and right on here. So, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw. I was on Ramblin' Rio's roundtable discussion the other night with Mark Holmes and Philly 500. Go check it out if you haven't. The reality is Rio wanted some real talent on there, wanted a real show, and commended him for that. So I just really, I'm going to obviously do a reaction video that night, but what happened last year was an authentic, can't make up deal. That was truly Pizzle. And I just don't think I want that out there to the world this time around. I would rather have my emotions in check and be able to make a just a video afterwards. And I know so many people thirst for live content, but I just don't want that. I don't want myself out there like that. I'm not mad about what happened. I thought it was really funny what happened a year ago, and I know my buddy Nick the Wick and Big Blue Jabroni was part of that. But I don't want to be in that light, right? I mean, I just want to make the videos that I make and have some fun, and I hope you guys can understand that. And of course, as the season when the season gets here, we'll have opportunities to go live um, during this, on a few games and make a fool of ourselves that way. But the reality is when you watch Pizzle's page, it's real talent. I mean, it's what it is, and nobody can put on a show like Pizzle, and that's just simple facts. Um, I think not only is this the funniest place you can come and watch New York Giants content, I also think it's the fucking best, and that's what I'm going to follow up this next statement with. So many content creators, whether it be on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, has been telling you, as Giants content creators, been telling you that the Giants are going to be looking for an edge rusher all damn off season in the draft. And Pizzle told you, no, that's not what's going to happen. We're going to get an offensive lineman. We're going to go get a cornerback. And now what you're seeing is a lot of these content creators finally, with the week of course, they've been talking about it since November, the week of, now they're saying, oh, yeah, we're going to get a cornerback in the first round. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, yeah, thank you for finally fucking waking up, dumbasses. I mean, I don't know how, maybe if you got your head out of your ass and on all your live streams, you'd actually, know what the hell you're talking about and could actually talk New York Giants football. But, the reality is this: the Giants have to draft an offensive lineman at 5 or 7. I think it's down to Neal or Cross. And I think it's going to determine on if Neal is there or not. That's kind of my guess. I think that there's a chance that Neal could go before 5. And if he does, I think Cross is the guy. Either way, I got to tell you, I don't care. I hope the Giants pick the guy that they really want and go on from there. At 7, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going around. I saw some content today talking about that idiot from Oregon, and there's no fucking way that there's no way the Giants have any interest in him whatsoever. If they do, I'm completely wrong. But look, if you're a real Giants fan and you actually know this team, uh, we desperately need a cornerback, right? And I would love that to be Sauce Gardner. If it's Stingley, okay, if that's what the Giants feel like is the best route. But I truly believe it's going to be Sauce Gardner if he's there at 7. I think there's a chance also, like Neal, uh, he could be gone before the Giants get that opportunity. And so, look, I think that James Bradberry. Here's one thing that content creators haven't been telling you that Pizzle's going to tell you. James Bradberry does not get traded if the Giants are not able to get their cornerback, the guy that they want. Let me repeat that. James Bradberry does not get traded if the Giants are not able to get the cornerback that they want. If they get the cornerback that they want, James Bradberry will be traded. Okay? Nobody does it better than Pizzle. But once James Bradberry will be traded once the Giants get their quarterback. This idea that Adoree Jackson's the number 1 cornerback is fucking ludicrous and absolutely insane that anybody would suggest that would even be a possibility. I don't know what Giant games you watched last year, but here's what I know. And here's looking at the roster right now. The Giants desperately need more help at cornerback and safety than they do edge rusher. It's not to say the Giants aren't going to get an edge rusher. And sure, I would love to have a great pass rush again, but we desperately need help in our secondary. We have Xavier McKinney right now at safety. I don't give a shit who else is on the roster. Let me say that again. We have Xavier McKinney. That is our safety right now. We need somebody legit to pair with him. More likely a good, solid rookie. And we need a number 1 cornerback. That's just facts. I mean, and you look at this division, you look at the receivers that's in this division, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Commanders. Excuse me. they have got all legit receivers. And so we need to have the horses to run with their horses. And to me, I believe that if the secondary gets better, the pass rush will get better. And so I think what you're going to see Thursday night is the Giants improve the secondary, improve the offensive line, and potentially get some more defensive pieces to help out the guys that we've already had solidified in certain spots on that roster. So I'm excited about Thursday night. I'm excited about the weekend in general. Um, it's a fun time, and I'll definitely be making some content and talking to you guys about it. And it just means we're closer to the season. Look, on draft night, I don't think you can get too high, and I definitely don't think you can get too low. Anybody that tells you that, first of all, a lot of fan bases are going to believe that they won the draft, and there's going to be people out there to tell you, hey, this team lost in the draft. And the reality is, we don't really know until 3 or 4 years from now, right? As far as the Tony situation goes, just want to throw this out there. I can't. I'm really disappointed in Giants fans, to be honest with you. Like, they honestly have broken my heart over the last month or so, especially the last couple weeks, because Tony doesn't show up for voluntary workout. Um, it's so funny because if they told you you had to show up for voluntary work at your job, you wouldn't even fucking show up. Yet you can question this professional athlete who found a way to get to the National Football League, found a way to be a first round draft pick, and because he's not showing up for voluntary workout, you act as if like you're any better, or you would do like, it's just, to me, it's just silly. Like, let the man be. Um, Let him work things out. Let him talk to the team himself. And this whole, they've got these stupid ass beat writers now, knowing that the pulse is on Tony, and so they're making all these bullshit analysis, or these statements that, Tony could be potentially dealt, and this is that, and Giants are like I just don't understand why Giant fans in April are thirsting for stupid ass content like that. Like, I just don't get it, man. Like, if anything, this is a great time to just kind of step back from the Giants, as obviously there's not many people, right, you see making content out here that's got the backdrop that Pizzle's got, right? Living, breathing, dying this shit. But sometimes it's okay just to say, you know what? I don't want to consume any Giants content for a couple weeks, and I just want to go, just be away from it. And it doesn't mean that you don't love the Giants. It just means that you just don't want to listen to the bullshit. And so all this need for this gossip and this drama that Giant fans love to partake in, is potentially now getting the drama of one of their star players being potentially dealt. You love OBJ, but OBJ was abusive to you, and Tony hasn't done anything such. He just got banged up, tried his ass off. But you want to bring OBJ back, who was abusive to you, but you don't want to give Tony a chance. I don't fucking understand that. But nevertheless, hey, let's get excited. Hopefully the Giants get better Thursday night. Nobody better than fucking Pizzle. Don't you ever fucking forget it. If you want a real show, you know where to come. You know where to find me. And you want that bullshit, you know where you need to go. Never forget it.